Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. This week was PAX West, and I had the opportunity to check out a couple of pretty cool VR titles, one of which I have an ongoing series for. So I got to go to the Shell Games booth as part of the press hour, the media access hour at PAX West on Friday, and I got to catch up with Charlie, the project lead on I Expect You to Die 2. So, what you're about to see is some interview footage with Charlie. The sound is not the greatest audio quality on earth because we were on an expo hall floor. I didn't have any external microphones or things of that nature. But here's a brief conversation with Charlie, and then I will jump into what would have been my normal video for today, which is playing through Mission 4 of I Expect You to Die 2. And in that footage, you're seeing what I played at home before I came to PAX West, but I actually played through the same level at the Shell Games booth. And while I was playing, just a shout out to a few friends, the promotional reel that was playing to draw people into the booth had footage of my friends Paradise Decay, Gamertag VR, and Soulfox VR. So very cool to hear the voices of others who, of course, are not here at PAX West, unfortunately, but still made their presence known, basically advertising and pulling people in to try VR potentially for the first time. I am here with Charlie Ames, the creative director for I Expect You to Die 2 from Shell Games, and just a couple of questions for you. Now, I Expect You to Die came out a few years ago. One of the first really exciting games for virtual reality. From the credit sequence on into the game, it really immersed people, and it was amazing. What made Shell Games want to come back to this particular franchise?
Well, like as you said, I Expect You to Die 1 first launched in 2016, which feels like a really long time ago, especially for VR. And what we found is there was some success with the first level, which we put out on Oculus Share. Then we turned it into a full game with 4 levels. But then there was reason to make a 5th level, 6th, 7th. And people kept liking the levels we were putting out. And we thought, okay, now it's time to really start with a whole new game. We plan out all from the beginning. All 6 levels make for a single cohesive experience that's very cinematic and a little bit different this time. But yeah, really we made this game because people were enjoying the first one so much. We kept asking, we've gotten a lot of people saying, I wish it were longer, I would just want more missions. So that's really what I Expect You to Die 2 is it's more missions, but there is a lot of it that's special and different from the first one as well.
And I felt that way. The second game has a connecting thread through the entire game. It is one cohesive story through the whole game. The first game isn't really fragmented. You're still playing a secret agent, but the flow of the second game really feels like you're in more of a cinematic adventure, if you will.
That was the goal. I'm glad to hear that.
The other thing I wanted to ask about is John Juniper as a character. The game is titled The Spy and the Liar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there might be some plot points there because of the title, but John Juniper is played by Will Wheaton.
Yes.
A strong narrative figure throughout the entire game. How did you go about finding that voice for that character?
It's interesting. Will Wheaton was the first name that popped out of Jesse when we were talking about who this character is. He's like, I wonder if we can get Will Wheaton. Wouldn't that be cool? And we reached out to him. He was available and interested, and we went from there. But really, he was the kinds of characters he's played, the kind of voice that he has, was an inspiration from the get-go. And we wrote for John Juniper before Will was able to record anything, and we felt we had a pretty strong sense of who he was. But we did an early recording with Will to get his take on some of it, and he took the character in a couple different directions that we weren't expecting that were really pretty cool. And so we went back and rewrote the character a bit to match his voice and really come together. And I think you'll feel that there's an organic nature to it.
Yeah, I totally agree, having played through part of the game. When you go about level design for a game like this, I know you want it to be accessible to everyone,
Yeah.
but how do you find the right balance of challenge for each level?
I mean, the simple and complex answer is playtesting, right? Like especially with a game like this, really all games, but especially for puzzles, that for some people are hard, some people are easy, and then the next one it's the opposite. What you really have to do is just play with tons of people, see where people are getting stuck. There is often commonality where people get stuck. They misinterpret an item as another. They try to do an action that isn't currently supported. In those cases, we try to develop and support that. But it really is trying to just take away pain points. We don't want the levels to be hard. That really isn't our goal. Our goal is for them to give you some challenge, require you to think cleverly or laterally, come up with a hypothesis for what might work, try it, and then go, I'm so smart, right? Like, we want you to feel really clever. We don't want to frustrate you and, like, make you die over and over again.
So you've got donuts, looks like. Refreshing donuts. Now, there were donuts in the first scene.
Yes.
So there are cupcakes for each country at the end of each level. It's a great reward. Cupcakes and champagne, I believe.
It is cupcakes and champagne.
Yeah. One of the things that I appreciate about I Expect You to Die 2 is the cake is not a lie. It's really tasty, especially when you're completely immersed in the game. So thank you very much, Charlie. Have a wonderful PAX, and thanks for your time.
Thanks.
And I will be covering more of I Expect You to Die 2 on the channel soon.
Sounds good. Nice talking to you.
When we last left the game, we had infiltrated the fabricator's mask workshop, planted a bug on a mask that was impersonating some of the heads of state from around the world. Not sure where we're going next, but let's jump in and see where our next mission takes us. So let's see.
Welcome to another installment of Zoraxis Presents.
Okay, we've heard that. We've heard that. We've heard that. Okay, so kind of like a flamenco style here. We've got the Premier is the next target here from the Hudson Federation. We've got the President of the South Atlantic Union has been impersonated. John Juniper is impersonating the heads of state for nuke codes. It's got the mimic mask there. We're in France now, not in Spain anymore. The Prime Minister has been impersonated, and the Chancellor has been impersonated. So, I don't see any new treasures unlocked over here. That might be because in the last mission we didn't really uncover any secrets. For example, we don't have a third trophy there. Let's see here. We've got you're invited to Juniper's Chateau Soiree RSVP immediately. Sorry, I knocked over my refreshment. Seems to be out anyway. Put it up there for now. Our Polaroid is of the briefcase. And the title of this one is Operation Party Crasher. Let's have a listen and see what our mission's going to take us to.
That briefcase the fabricator made for Juniper. Well, that must be what he's been building toward.
I see.
I've traced the mask you bugged to a castle in the Alps. If Juniper's there, the briefcase must be too. You need to find it and get it out of there.
I like the flamenco music a lot. This is cool. Alright, start. Alright, so we're going to prepare some things here, because I have played this before.
Well, one way or another, you're in. When you get back, you should get that eye looked at. That butler has a nasty left hook. Well, he can sleep it off in that box. On the bright side, his position is yours for the taking.
Oh no, we put a butler in a box.
Hey, you. Tell Gibson to send that bottle I've been saving to the ballroom, and tell him not to forget the glasses.
You heard him, Gibbs. Careful, buddy. Juniper's in a real bad mood. Somebody broke into the fabricator's workshop.
So Juniper wants
Now's
a
your
good
chance.
bottle,
Convince them that you're this Gibson fellow.
2 glasses, and sent to the ballroom.
Excellent.
So the next phase,
Gibson,
we've got these
snap a new
casks.
mimic mask.
Mimic mask. It's down here, but where?
And this is actually a combination of sorts.
My, aren't we feeling confident?
Give it a rest. I've got the last nuclear code. I've got this thing in the bag.
So we need to turn off this one,
Then who
this
ransacked my
one,
workshop?
and
Was
so we
your
don't get this
agent
blade
Phoenix
dropped on us.
one?
This one.
If you screw this up, the Protocol is not going to be happy with you.
Now he wants this mimic mask.
Perfect. My plan is working. 24 hours from now, thanks to me, things are going to change. So I'm gonna savor every minute. The rest of you, I'm going to go enjoy my party. Unless we are literally under siege.
So these purple things attached to
I hate the face-changey part.
the lock there.
Creepy. Knock it off. Nobody asked you.
Sounds like Juniper buys your car. Now, you've got to find a way for them to send you that briefcase. If we can get Juniper to panic, I bet he'll show
got
us
a
where the
mask
briefcase
here.
is.
A map, rather. And what we can do is we can send one of these smoke grenades up. Turn on the alarms and the sprinklers.
For the love of... Okay, everybody out.
Good. Looks like things are heating up.
We've got 3 sections
With
here.
me. We can't let the agents find the briefcase.
6 against 1. Maybe you should even the odds.
I agree with evening the odds. We've got 1 in the upstairs bar. Whoops, he's not there yet. We've got 1 in the gymnasium.
Was that? No, it's probably nothing.
Any
Now we've
signs of
got
activity?
1 in the upstairs
Nothing
bar.
so far. Not over here.
Make sure. The other thing we're trying to do is empty out this poison gas. Alright, 1 in the upstairs bar.
Did anyone else hear that?
So we'll take this back down. Ah! There's our trophy. Now, gotta distract this guy as well.
I think I heard
Billiards.
something nearby. I'm gonna go check it out.
Please, go check it out.
Where are they? I haven't seen a single agent. Security team, report in. Who's left?
So we have now drained.
Maybe we should consider
They
surrendering.
can't have the briefcase.
We've drained all of the gas.
Everyone who's still standing, cover me. I've got an idea. Gibson, I'm sending you the nuclear briefcase. Keep
Yes.
your head down and find a way out. I can act my way out of this, but whatever you do, do not let the Phoenix get their hands on it.
Don't let the Phoenix get their hands on it. Of course, myself being the Phoenix.
That must be the briefcase. Now, if you can just...
Gibbs, the boss said you'd need backup. Ben, the Phoenix is in here! What? Boss, the Phoenix is in the wine cellar.
Agent, you need to find a way out of there.
We found the way out.
All very clever, Agent, but your little game ends here.
Door's locked.
And barred. Can't get in there.
What are you waiting for then? Turn on the gas!
Huh, it was working earlier. I think the tank's empty.
What? How did... A map. I can see the agent from here, just shoot them!
Hi.
No good. Can't get a clear shot.
Fine. Grenades it is.
Grenade sounds great.
Yes, a way
And there's
out.
our way out.
Come back to the van, quickly.
Beautiful. So we finished that one in pretty top-notch time there. 6 minutes and 24 seconds. We got the hidden trophy and the
We need
smoke
to get
alarm.
that briefcase to agency headquarters. If that butler was right, the heads of state are still alive. We need to find out where.
We've got meat cleaver, notes of leather, explosive studies, and face-off that we could also do. We got a new French cupcake here. And another fantastic... oops, we broke our bottle. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Quick walkthrough of the 4th mission of I Expect You to Die 2. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.